This
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Okay, so today's agenda is to go over 2020 June release. We have this branch has been cut out. So let's go over the feature list once more to see which ones has made in, and also discuss which features will be moved to the next release, which is 2020 December release. Meanwhile, a few things will be called out, such as call for reviewers, as well as how we are going to arrange the next release, the timeline, and proposals. So first of all, let's take a look again quickly. The branch has been cut on time. It's June 30th. So what we are doing is we are building the image in public Jenkins. Let's take a look feature by feature. If you have any questions from the audience, please feel free to raise.
Hey, Shin, just real quick. This is Ben from Broadcom. I haven't looked recently, but when I looked last weekend, I only saw the branch in SONiC build image. I didn't see it in any other repos.
It is cut in the build image.
Right, but what about the other repos?
So usually it is actually in build image, it has the hash to point where all the submodule is.
So you're saying they're frozen by the commit ID in the master repo?
Let me check if Guohan is online, how it's done. How to pointing to the submodules. Let me see.
So for instance, I'm looking at SONiC Swiss, and that has a bunch of branches, including all of the recent dated releases, but I don't see one for 2020-06.
True. The place to find it is in the build image.
So Shin, this is Prince here. So typically what happened with the 2019-11 and all, we don't cut the individual repos right away. So once when we need something, that time, as you mentioned, you have the commit, hash commit. So from there, you can cut the branch and create one for that repo. That's based on like something like need.
So you froze the commit ID on some date last week, right? Yeah. And you're only going to create a branch on the other repos when you need to.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
So what is it? Sorry, until you create branches on other repos, build image always look at the head of the other repos?
No, it looks at the commit, right? It's not the head of the other repo. It has a commit ID.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll send you some questions offline. Thank you.
Okay, let's take a look on the items. So moved out is simple. It's moving to so this one actually move out. We need to add one more item that it didn't make into the 2020 June release. I do want to ask the contributors, will that move to 2020 December, or we will call it off to put into the backlog. Anyone from Dell for AAA improvement?
Yes, Martin here. Sorry, I just joined. What was the question?
Oh, the question we are discussing the release, mainly to update everyone which features has been made to 2020 June release. Also, we ask the feature, for example, this is Dell's contribution. Should we move it to 2020 December release, or we should move it back to the backlog?
Let's move it to December because right now I'm not sure exactly when that's gonna go in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So thank you. Yeah, the next one is Echo is not in 2020 June release. How about from Broadcom side? Do we put it back in backlog, or we can move to the next release?
So yeah, I mean the plan is to make that 2020-06.
Oh,
Sorry, 12. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, by default, you should think of all the Broadcom ones as going to 2020-12, along with there's another list as well that didn't even make it onto this long list.
Sure. Okay, we can talk about that after this. So for BFD, in BFD intervals for FRR, one PR has been merged, the other one has change request. Actually, this one was change comment was made on the February. We would like to the owners to address the comment on this. So at this moment, it's not in 2020 June release.
That's correct, and we may end up doing something different here because this is so old, this one, that the world has moved on a bit, and it may be that 3838 just isn't valid anymore. We're going to replace it with another one.
Oh, okay. Thanks. So this, pay attention to this release. This is the latest status. Yeah, we also refresh the PR list. Okay. Build improvement has been made to 2020 June release. All the PRs has been merged. Bug API has made to the 2020 June release. This is a small change. Config replacement. This has been moved out. I'm going to move to the next release.
Yeah, this one's a bit unclear because we're still, we did a review on this a while ago. There was a lot of feedback that we haven't had a chance to process. So this one actually may not come in 2020-12. We'll get back to you on this.
Great, thanks. Okay. Consistent ECMP support. This one will move to the next release. Microsoft is working on that. The review, the HLD has been reviewed. That this one will need an ASIC vendor to support sign. Yeah. Move to 2022. Container warm start. This one has been moved out. Will be moved to the next release. This is from Microsoft.
Hey, Xin, on this warm restart,
Uh-huh.
My impression is that currently we do support them, right? Why this is a new feature?
It has, let me ask if In is there. It has some improvement. Yeah, it's
This is container level warm restart. This is not warm reboot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the basics are all there, but the code is not structured to make user easy to operate, and also integration with third-party tools like Kubernetes are not there.
Okay, so the basic functionality is already there, but
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how to
Thanks.
operate it, you can operate it, but it's not easy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
okay. Thanks, In. The next one is corp config management. This one has one merge and two close. So what we are doing is we will cherry pick one merge. Please do address the comment here.
Shin, this is Prince here. The COP management, the PR has not been reviewed yet, so it's still in review, and it's a big feature. So, do you want to cherry pick back or?
One second.
Yeah, so it's only the HLD that's merged here so far. The code has not been, review complete.
Let me check again. I forgot that this one hasn't been reviewed yet or hasn't been closed. There are some review comments, right?
Right. That's what. So it's so these two are the major PRs that that's still in review. So I'm not sure we should cherry pick back or plan to be to move out to the 2012.
Okay. So let's take it offline between
Yeah,
you and Dell. So that
okay.
we want to tell like the community that we are looking at this list. There are some change that are actually very close to be finished. So we would like to do like 2 weeks of grace period. If this PR has been finished and merged in these 2 weeks, they will be also cherry picked to this branch. Otherwise, it will move to the totally be out for this review.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So for DBus to host the communication, we have the review. We have the PR sent out, but pending on review. I would like to call for help to review this. Anyone from the community would like to review this DBus? So we have already talked about HLD in the community.
Jim, this one may share fate with the management framework updates that we're going to get to lower down, which is a set of PRs that we started creating, but yeah, haven't cleared review, and so at the moment I'm assuming they're out of this release.
Right, you are right. I think it will be need to move to next release, but I also would like to call out for reviewers. Yeah. If someone would like to participate in reviewing.
I mean, I think
Shin, you can. You can. Avis can take a lead on that, so they can. We can have it review.
Okay.
I think Renuka's been looking at it as well.
Okay, great.
Because it's been discussed in the management framework meetings.
Okay, thank
Sorry,
you.
the management sub work group.
Yeah.
So two
Okay.
things, right? One is HAMD and dbus host communication, right? So both can come together on this release, or like it will be available in next one.
Yeah.
I mean, I expect it to the next one at this point, because we're going to get the management framework enhancements, and those are not done. So at this point, I'm assuming they're not making it.
Yeah, we have that later. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, for volunteering. Debian 10 is for the base and base image has been merged. Going to Debian 10. Dynamic and headroom calculation. So this one we have comment on the HLD. We need to revisit HLD and close the comments. So let's prepare to have an update in the community in the HLD design review. Dynamic port break is actually a big list. Majority of the code are either merged or closed. There are a few review pending. I think this one linking and multiple companies are working very hard trying to close this. Hopefully we can cherry pick this to 2020 June release.
Hey, Xin, why do you feel this is a good candidate for cherry picking? It seems like a fairly involved systemic thing.
This actually has been there for a while, and this actually has been getting very close for the among all the pull requests. So there are not a small need in the community for the dynamic port break. But main reason is among all the pull requests is getting very close.
Okay.
There is a sub-community, subgroup which has been pushing this forward. Okay. So for the egress shaping, the code has been merged. One small request to Broadcom is, can you submit a PR to the build image? So this one will be cherry picked. So at this moment, there is no PR in the build image to take it.
I will look at it. I mean, are you on? Do you feel like that's necessary?
Sorry, well, which one is it for egress shaping?
Yes.
So what is missing right now?
Oh, the code are merged. The only missing is to take it from the to the submodule to the build image to be included in the 2020 June release.
Because it was merged after, I believe, so the build image was pulled. Okay, let me take a look. Okay, let me take a look and see what needs to be done.
Yeah, this is just a small PR to take it to the build image.
Yeah, definitely. Anything needs to be done will follow. Thanks.
Thank you.
Will do. Sure.
So we count this as in 2020 June release. On EVPN VXLAN actually is a big feature which we have reviews going on, but there are multiple PRs pending on the reviews or addressing the review comments. So we would very much like to have it in, but unfortunately, looking at the work left to review and close them, it's not able to close very soon in 1 more week. So unfortunately, this has to be moved out. So I will come back after finishing all this list, propose a few things to help to move the code review faster in the next release. Okay. Flow-based service, including packet DSCP remark, has to be moved out. Should it just?
Yeah, that one already was moved out. I'm
Right.
not even sure. I'm not even sure why it's on this list, but yeah, that was moved out a long time ago.
Yeah. Do you think it will stay on the list, candidate of 2020 December, or is not? Is TBD?
It should be on the candidate list.
Okay. Thanks. Also, this FRR based BGP NBI is moved out. We will request an update on the design to be discussed in the community.
Isn't this is Venkat from Dell? We have pushed the latest changes to this PR, so I think I'm expecting Guhan and team to review and get back if there are any more comments.
Great. We are talking about the HLD, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, we do expect that let's have once you have you have finalized it, let's come to the community to have an update. Yeah, to get it signed off.
We discussed this in the the management sub or group meeting, and so Renuga said she will follow up with Guhan and team to get more comments if any. So
okay, great. Is Renuka online?
Yeah, I'm online. Which PR number is this, please?
this is 544.
Okay.
The PR is linked here.
Okay.
If you use this linked here.
Okay.
So my suggestion is in the community subgroup, please have a discussion and close it, and then come to the main community and just to do a final update.
This is basically actually on Pavel and Gugan.
Okay.
I am yeah, I'll check with Pavel and Gugan.
Sure. So we will do another update in the community meeting. Okay. Okay. The firmware util extension has been made to 2020 June release, or the PR has been merged. Gearbox actually is also getting very close, only one pending on review. We are hoping this one can be cherry picked. There are some comments already reviews. I'm pinging the reviewers to see if it can be signed off or if there is more feedback need to be addressed. Okay. Docker update Docker for Debian 10. We have done this PR has been, the current PR has been merged. There are 4 Dockers pending. We expect this is able to be closed to 2020 June release. Yeah, thanks for Dell's work.
So Shane, this is all an autonomous from Dell. And do you know which 4 are pending right now? Because last time when we actually working on that, all the Docker migration was like done by Dell. What is possible that time? And for other Dockers, there is a dependency, and we could not actually do that due to that was not being supported in actually past at that time. But last week, I think last Friday, Guhan communicated to Joas in Dell that we have right now separated SING-D and the leap side and leap side is built. So now we can build software as a separately from vendor side. So Dell has to look into that, and then we'll provide the E and ETA for this.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the update. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the meantime, can you just send us the list of the 4 Dockers those are actually pending?
Mhm. Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So IP helper has been moved out, as well as the BGP unnumbered. Unfortunately, this has been moved out. Let's hopefully to make it into 2020 December. So this one I would like to ask Ben, what do you think? BGP?
Yeah, I mean that is the plan. This one was moved out several weeks ago, but yeah, the plan is for the 12th release.
Sure, thanks. Yeah. Excuse me. The kernel programming has been moved out, as well as Kubernetes. This one, hopefully, Microsoft can make it to 2020 December release. .1Q tunneling support. This one is from Microsoft. We are looking forward to start the HLD and the code review in a few months. So looking at L2 function and performance enhancement, yeah, there are multiple review comments and not yet approved. At this moment, it is moved out. The management framework, phase 2, there are 2 parts. The first part has like made to the 2020 June release. So this, I have a question to Ben. Are these 3 all the PRs, or we have more?
No, there's going to be more. And what I need to do, Jin, is I don't want to leave us in a halfway house situation whereby you have kind of an incomplete solution in 2020-06. But actually, I don't know if these need to be backed out from that, is what I'm saying. So let me check with the team and find out where we're sitting.
Yeah.
But then, no, there's a lot more to this one.
Right. That's, yeah. We made a note of has more PR to update. Yeah. So these 2 we will go together, management framework. Yeah. Okay. MLAG, all the three PRs are open, so it has to be moved out. So yeah, so for media enhancement, media information and settings, we have reviewed HLD. Unfortunately, we didn't get time to do the coding, so it has been moved out. Multi-ASIC, we actually are reviewing the HLD in the subgroup. Once it converged in the chassis subgroup, once it converged there, we will do one update in the main community meeting. Multi-DB enhancement, we will work with Alibaba. The first part has been checked into last release. This is a different part of multi-DB enhancement. Only firmware up tool has been out. So there are a bunch of platform-related PRs and features. Some of them has been reviewed. We are making a push to see if this can be made to 2020 June release. Need to call for help. Anyone who is interested in the platform part, if you can help to review, there are multiple open for reviews, please help. So I do feel this is probably many companies will be interested in how to use this. Is enable the platform vendors to be easily stand up SONiC, to be porting SONiC easily for the platform development like toolkits. So it should be able to benefit many companies.
Right.
So anyone is interested in taking a look how this platform development environment?
It would be good to get some ODM feedback on this.
Right.
Since they're the primary customers.
Yeah. Okay, if you are interested, please ping us offline. Microsoft is also reviewing that, but platform vendors, ODMs, are that I think this matters a lot to you. Okay, thanks. Port mirroring has been made to the 2020 June release. The same as port MWRF, as well as the proxy ARP. All these three has been made to the this release. PyTest, sorry, I didn't get a chance to talk to you in last night. Do you have an update like from the last 2 weeks?
Regarding, sorry, what?
The PyTest? Yeah, in 2 weeks ago, we are saying that we are 84% done, like 8 left.
Oh, I think we are moving forward. We're 90% done. We have about 4 or 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 left.
6 left.
Yeah.
Do you think we can make a punch to finish it in the next week, so that we can?
The plans finish this month. Yeah.
Huh?
The plans finish this month.
we have to be move faster than that. Yeah. We talk about the grace period is for 2 weeks, so that we are at this moment we are building the image. Yeah. Okay. Radius AAA. The HLD has been reviewed, but the feature will be moved out. It's not closed yet.
Okay, so the Redis HLD is still in review, is what I'm understanding, right? That's my understanding. Is that correct?
Let me see. Review pending.
Yeah. I believe there was a set of reviews exchanged last night, and then an hour ago there's some more reviews. So I'm thinking that this is still in review at the HLD.
You are right. Yeah. We will put this into the calendar of community meeting. Spy test framework has been merged to 2020 June release. Static Anycast gateway has been moved out. The system health and LED from Mellanox, not all of them are merged, but they are getting very close. So if we are able to finish in the next week, we will be able to cherry pick. Otherwise, it has to be moved out. The last one is thermal control. From Mellanox has been reviewed by Dell. It has been merged to 2020 June release. Okay. So this is the latest what has been made and into this branch. Again, we are building image 2 weeks of grace period. If any of the features can be made to the to mid of this month, we will be able to cherry pick. Otherwise, it will go to the next release. Any questions? Any questions to this release? Okay. If no, let's talk about the next release. Actually, this release, as you can see, everyone can see, we had a lot of hardship from January to June due to COVID-19 OCP preparation, management in the middle. We actually spent a lot of time in the community to do the design review, and we actually finished majority of the design review on this list. That's a great achievement. So for the next release, we will be focused more on the execution of the PRs to track the PR and make sure that they are closed before the December. So a few days, let's keep in mind 2020 December release. The first thing is feature list. We will finish the feature list by end of July. So we already have the first thing from the what's left in this release. But if anyone would like to contribute anything new, please come to the community before the end of July. If it's not on this list, you think that you would love to contribute new features, please talk to us, and let's put it on the table before end of July. So this is. Second one is we will do more frequent checkpoint on the code release. As you can see that in the second half of the year, majority of the work will be pushing this code review to be closed. So we will propose a few things such as even a group review, code review using community meetings, because we have actually finished most of the design reviews. For the big features like UEPN, like this COP, if it's hard to make progress offline, we will use the community meeting to do the code review, so that we not only have the design, but we also close on the PRs. The third thing is again taking the lesson from how long it will need for the code review. We have to at least leave 1 month for the code review or address the feedback to be iterated. So we will check the PRs by end of November. Has a higher chance to go to the next release, but the PR like the feature send raised after December or after November, in December, it highly likely won't make to December release. So if you like the feature to make to the next release, please do keep in mind that raise the PR in before November, so that we have time to review and address the comments. Okay, so these are the 3 things we would like to pull out for the next week. Planning, how do we push for closure, and bear in mind that time for code review.
So Jim, one thing I would say is I think one of the biggest issues we have is carving out time for the reviews and getting assigned reviewers in place. So can you put a milestone in there for having a assigned named reviewer for each item? That's what I would suggest, and for it not to be a company name, but ideally would be an individual name as well.
Assigned review, that might be hard. We will try, yeah, because
but I think I agree, company's easier, but it's also not that helpful, right? Because it might say Dell. Well, if I'm trying to push something, then what does that mean, right? I can't send an email to Dell. You want a relationship with an assigned individual. I mean, I'm just curious as to what other people think about it, but it just seems like having more, having a name as well as a company would help here. And I'd also suggest that we set a milestone that you have a reviewer assigned. If the feature list is ready by 7:30, let's have the reviewer assigned by 8:30. Is that reasonable?
It's fine. We will try. I would share that from Microsoft, the point is a little bit hard. For example, for our platform, we could have Joe, we could have Sujin. We could have multiple people come to review first, and then one person to sign off. But let's try. If possible, we can put a name now. If not, we still put the at least we have a company sign
Okay.
your feature. Yeah. Okay, that's actually a good suggestion. Yeah. Okay, so then looking forward, we will start to finish the multiple HLD as we talked about today. At least 2 or 3 needs to update. And also, please, if you have new features would like to add to the next release, please talk to us. No later than this month. Otherwise, we won't be able to have design review, code review prepared. Yeah. If you are not aware that we have bi-weekly issue triaging, that is tomorrow will be from 8 to 9 in the morning. That is for issue triaging. And then the next week will be alternated with test subgroup discussing. So in the issue triaging, we are talking about issues filed in the build image repo. We ask the people who filed issue, please come to the triage meeting so that we can have interactive discussing. Okay. Any other comments or thoughts? Okay. Yeah. If no, one last thing is OCP is thinking of having a workshop at the end of October or November, like for 1 day or multiple days, engineering workshop. They are soliciting ideas or like interest from sub project. That will be purely online. It will go in parallel, multiple project or multiple groups go in parallel. To have 1 day or half day like a workshop focus on a project. I wonder
Sorry, Jim. When is this?
Either at the end of November, October, or beginning of November.
Okay.
Yeah, please let me know how much interest you have. Like from the SONiC community.
So, Shin, what is the scope like? Do we have, can we present something or like any demos kind of stuff? So what is the expectation there?
Yeah, I think it's mainly about workshop. Demo can be within the talk. It's not like the OCP Virtual Summit has a demo hall. You put demo there, but within the talk, I think it's likely like what we did in February is talk after talk. You can put the demo inside the presentation.
Got it, yeah.
Yeah, they are still soliciting to see how interested people are. We will also think about it to see if we have enough topics to put into 1 day discussing to be focused on that topic or multiple topics. Yeah, if you have any thoughts, please do share.
Shin, another question. So how do we, where is the quality signal for June release, or where do we can see that?
Can you say it again? Your audio is not very good. Can you repeat?
So for 2020 June release, right? So where do you capture the quality? So we used to run the tests, right?
Sure. So I believe the first thing need to check is the public Jenkins, the build image. Let me see. So we are still like so that at that place you can check the build if it has any break or not. Does it pass all the unit tests and function tests associated with the the PRs? So for the whole image testing, we will need to ask help from the community, to be to do it in a distributed way. We have the the test already published. We will ask big companies to participate in testing, and share the test result. We have received different opinions. That's different because each platform has different maturity in terms of size and in terms how much size supported, as well as where they are. But we will ask the platform owners to share some status on the test result.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And also, as we mentioned, that issue triaging meeting could be a good forum to come, because we have seen people reporting test failures on the master branch consistently. That's a good indication too, how much issue has been reported and has been addressed there. Okay, any other questions? So if you see this, if you are the code owner, if you see these missing PRs or it's not in the right state, please share with us. Canon and me are working on the documentation group. Sometimes we are not able to get all the PRs for a feature. Yeah, apologize for that. Okay, then we will update this page to make the move out features to the next release, and keep only the ones that will be cherry picked or already made in. So this is how do we this is the process tracking. We will also update this list. This is the final list. All the others will make to the next release. So yeah. So the last one we already talked, we add the release notes to the last release. Okay. If there is no more comments or thoughts, we will finish today's meeting.
I've seen one last question. I mean, do we have any configuration guide update with the new features?
That's a good question. Last time we updated the configuration guide was for the last release. Yeah.
Question, all the owners are supposed to update this document as part of the code PRs.
I see.
Both the configuration as well as the command line reference.
That's a good call. Thank you, Canon. So again, so what we are saying, we have already built the base of this, but we need to have the code contributors to help to update the configuration and command line part. So maybe next.
Yeah. So can we have some tentative deadline for that kind of stuff? Maybe at least a month, kind of.
Sure. Maybe in next community meeting we will talk about which configuration needs to be updated. and we will call out for the CLI and for the configurations, because this has been spreaded into the PRs since we are almost done with the finalized list, the PRs which has been made to this release. We will review the configuration and call out next time to see, for example, I'm just showing any example of Debian. Debian is not for example, this firmware util made to this release, what type of CLI do you need to update the CLI, or do you need to update the config? We will take a look on the features which made in, for example, the port mirroring. Do you have CLI to update, and do you have configuration to update? We will use the next community meeting to do this.
Okay.
Maybe we should enforce this in the PR. Any CLI change need to update that configuration guideline.
Yes. Let's think about how to enforce. It should. You are right that it should come from the HLD point of view. But how do we make this connection that to the CLI? Okay.
Should be in the code review or PR review.
Which the HLD, right? For the PR of HLD should include the changes. Also update the command line and configuration part.
I would say after code merged, right? That's when the feature is officially in.
Yeah, after code merged, the thing is how to enforce. I totally agree that it should be go back to update.
Maybe as a minimum, have a column to indicate whether the document is updated, like for each feature, the config menu is updated or not.
Yeah.
Then it will force us to check whether the CLI is there or not.
Yeah. We could have so how about this? Next week we will use community meeting to build the check that does this need the CLI to close, or does this need configuration to be updated? And then after we fish that out, then we give them like date update by this time. Okay, yeah, thanks a lot for your great feedback. Yeah. So and also thanks everyone from the community to contribute to this release. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then let's finish today's meeting and talk to you guys next week. Yeah. Okay, bye.